Hi, Superfood Tribe. Wendy here, and I have something I want to talk to you about today. And it is about the subject of self talk, self love, declarations, speaking positive thoughts, and creating our own reality from our thoughts. Because positive self talk is so powerful. Thoughts become things. Seriously, like that is true. Like the things that we think about become reality. And if we focus on negative, depressing things, that becomes our reality. If we focus on really positive, uplifting things of gratitude, that becomes our reality. But most importantly, our self-talk, like our own like personal self-talk, the things that we say to ourselves, the comments, like if we say to ourselves, I am so beautiful, or I am so stupid. Like there's so much energy and power in those two statements that are complete opposites. Our subconscious mind actually does not know the difference between reality and something that is not happening yet. For example, like if you say, I'm a self-made millionaire, or I'm a successful entrepreneur, but you're not yet, your subconscious mind does not know the difference. So as you start to say that over and over and over, you start to make baby steps in that direction, and those things can become a reality. And I know that sounds crazy. It sounds far-fetched, but it can happen. And I'm going to give you a little story. I have a lot of faith and I love Bible stories, so this is a little Bible story. So God said over Abraham that you are the father of all nations. Abraham was not yet the father of all nations. In fact, the Lord said this way before he was ever a father. And then Abraham had a son way later, like when he's like 90 years old or 100 years old or something like that. I don't know the exact age. But years prior, God said, you are father of all nations. And I think that's very interesting and something we can learn, because we can say things that we want in our life and speak them into existence for our future. So that's one aspect of this. The other thing is speaking positive affirmations and words over ourselves and speaking life over ourselves. Because if we start to self-loathe and say really hateful and negative and hurtful things, that can become a reality. That will become a reality. And I know as women, we are really hard on ourselves. We're harder on ourselves than anyone else ever is. Like, a lot of us have been through a lot of verbally abusive relationships, but I don't think anybody is as verbally abusive as we are to ourselves. And that is so sad. So I want to send a challenge out to you today. Take one of those negative statements that you say about yourself. Let's just say, I'm fat, or I'm stupid. I want you to turn it around and say, I am in the best shape of my life, or I am brilliant. And write it down. And I want you to start to say that to yourself all day long, and catch yourself if you start to say that. Whatever that negative phrase is that you tell yourself, switch it and turn it around and start to say it. And what'll happen is your subconscious mind will start to believe it. And in time, you will believe it and you will become that. It's so powerful. I know it might sound crazy if you've never heard this before, but just try it. I know for myself, there were years that I did a lot of journaling, and there was some years I really went through some things and did some serious self-loathing and even journaled about it. And the more I would write this stuff, the more I focused on it, the worse it would become. The more I'd hate myself, the more I felt unworthy, the more I felt unlovable. And once I stopped doing that, it just went away. So, and now I say positive declarations and positive affirmations over myself, my life, and my children every day. That's how I start my morning in prayer. I do my prayer time, and then I have a series of statements that I say and I meditate upon. And sometimes I add new ones, and sometimes some of them become true, and I don't even have to say those anymore. But for example, you know, like I am successful and I'm saving people's or helping people change their lives. I'm helping people get healthy. I am beautiful. I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm a social media master. Ha! That one's gonna take a while, but you know what? I say it every day. I'm a social media master, and you know, I'm getting better. I also, before I ever made a first video, I said, I am super confident in video making. And you know what? I'm getting pretty darn confident in video making. So there's a lot of things that I have spoke into existence over myself. And I love seeing that. So I think it's so important to write some of these declarations, the create yourself as a person you want to be in the future, and then write those down. So I know it'd be hard because if you don't believe that about yourself now, write it to your future self, like I am all these things that you want to be, and then start to say them every day. The other thing is this is really powerful over your family and over your children. So people speak a lot of horrible things over children, telling them they're not good enough, they're not smart enough, they're not worthy. Never speak that over a child, because it's just like what I'm telling you. You speak that, that becomes their existence and their reality. But you speak life over them, you tell them, you are brilliant, you are loved, you are so compassionate, you are such a helper, you are so successful. I mean, just on and on. That will become a reality. And you know what else I do? I say those type of things in my prayer. So I, as much as I have my own declarations I say for myself, I say them for my children. Like my children have mental clarity. My children are God-driven. My children are successful. My children are compassionate. They are loving. They are caring. They are loved by all, and they love all. They are helpful. They're giving in the community, like all these things. And I can see changes in my children over the years. It really, really works, just offering that up as a prayer, as if it is so. So I just really want to encourage you guys to speak some positivity over yourself, over your children. Take every negative comment, thought that goes through your mind and rephrase it into the opposite of positive, of life. And let's see how many amazing things we can start to change in our life from positive self-talk. So I'm going to just end it there. I hope that you guys like this kind of talk. Let me know if you do, because I love this stuff. I love mindset work, and I would love to teach and encourage and inspire more on this subject. So I would like to know if this is something that you like and if it had value. And if you got something out of this, let me know. So thanks for listening, and I hope everyone has a great evening, and go love on yourself. Go tell yourself some nice things tonight as you look in the mirror, because you are all beautiful, you're all loved, you're all worthy, and you're all created for great things. All right, have a great night. Bye.